Hare Krishna. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Nitinam Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Audorya Madhurya Gunaisha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Shivisham Mahantam Narayana Sampurasa Namam Hridandinam Bhakta Shiromani Sri Krishna Padavya Budaika Chaitanya Lilamrita Sara Saram Narayana Satam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Dandavat pranam to everyone. Vartaman Bhuta Bhagavalas Nyapa Beings of the Lord Spirit of Gurudev Upani Guru Varga Nama Nishta Santan Vipattan Bhavan. Dandavat all present, past, future Vaishnava Tav Dandavat pranam. Vancha Kalpatarubhya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. Can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So, today is the question and answer. So 26 was 2nd January is Uttarada Ekadasi. Then Tuesday, Monday. Paran is before 9:55, and then Jagadish Pandit's disappearance day. Jagadish Pandit. And then 6th January is Purnima. 15th is Makara Sankranti. The sun start moving towards northern direction. 15th January. Makara Sankranti. So today is question and answer, right? So before we move on our questions, I have few questions to answer, because I felt it's very, very important from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Some questions. Actually, if you understand this, all our questions will be answered, with that mood I'm telling. Because this is root of a lot of our misunderstanding. So then we will go on to our question, then it becomes very fast. So see, the question is, living entity is Paratantra, meaning we are depending on somebody. Is it not? For water, light, food, we are totally dependent. We are helpless. Like imagine the baby, just born baby. Without mother, don't have a chance. So, even though we are grown up now, we may not need father and mother for the help. But still, we need Mother Earth to stand up or sit down or lie down. Is it not? Right? Without some basis. Air to breathe in, water to drink, sunlight, the fruits, flower, we are dependent. There's no question about it. Then, but the Lord is completely self-dependent, right? We have seen He doesn't need anything. Atmaram, Atmaka, completely satisfied, self-satisfied, but we are not. Now, then the question comes is, do we have independence? Do we have any independence? So we hear that Jiva has some independence, right? Minute independence, right? So where does it come from? What is that independence? We hear by misusing that independence, we are in this conditioned state like that. These questions, So we are dependent, but where did this independence came from? For this question, we are sarvatantra swatantra. We are minute part of Krishna, right? Not actually part, separated part, but we can say Anu, Chidamsha, Chid Amsha, spiritual atom. We are like minute spiritual atom. Now, Lord is complete, is it not? Because we are part, Anu, we also take on all his qualities in a minute atomic form, right? Lord is completely independent. So we also have a minute independence. Sorry, minute independence, because he has complete full independence. Now that independence is not completely independent. It depends on him. See, this is the thing, but anyway, we have that independence. Krishna is a complete independence, right? In Jiva, the living entity has very minute independence. Yeah. So now, all right. Now the question is, we are adverse, aversion to the Lord is there, right? Some are inclined towards the Lord, some are averse to the Lord, right? Hare Krishna. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇದು ತಂದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇರ್ತೀರಾ? ಒಂದು ಇರ್ತೀರಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಿ. ಆಯ್ತು. We are aversion to the Lord in there, and some are inclined toward the Lord, right? So aversion to the Lord has two kinds. Inclined to sense gratification. Wow, this, that. And then inclined to mundane, dry renunciation. Dry renunciation, because what? We're enjoying this, but we are suffering. I don't want to do anything to do with anything. I will not do anything. I'll renounce. Mundane, right? So this is a two thing. Bhogavan Mukti and Tyagan Mukti. Both are wrong. See, as a devotee, we are not interested in sense gratification or dry renunciation. We are engaging everything in the service of the Lord, right? Everything. So that's why there is a two path. Jada Vilas, meaning mundane, world, and then the spiritual Vilas. But no one can, this is the one thing, because of our nature, no one can be always in the neutral. I don't belong there, I don't belong here. Because we are not completely independent. Either we will be pulled towards the Yogamaya or pulled towards the Mahamaya. No, I will stand still. That is not possible. Because we are not completely independent. Because Mahamaya and Yogamaya, they are not in our control. Control is with the Lord, right? Of course, Lord himself comes under control of Yogamaya. That is different. But it is fulfilling the Lord's desire. So we are pulled. That's where our independence, thing comes. We will talk later. That's where our independence, misuse and proper use of our independence. Misuse, proper independence use is what? I'm inclined towards Yogamaya, Bhakti, service. So, and if I go towards sense gratification, that is misuse of the independence. Okay. The independence is given is because we are, minute. We have to decide that. Lord is not going to force. If we get this point, then all things will fly. So Lord is not going to mess with this minute independence. He is not going to force, hey, you become my devotee or you become non-devotee. He will not force it. But he will give you the knowledge that suppose you become a devotee and non-devotee, what are the problems? What are the things? You'll be joyful, you'll be miserable, but you think you'll be, like this. All this knowledge he will provide. But it is up to us to decide to whether I become a devotee or non-devotee. This is where proper use of our independence, improper use of the independence. That's all. Once you decide that one, this way. So this is what it is. Now, there are many questions. Now what happens is, when suppose if you are doing bhajan all the time, then you will not be covered by the Maya. Suppose if there is a problem in the bhajan, bhajan is service also. Suppose there is a problem in the bhajan, then there is a loophole. Suppose in the bhajan is loophole, then there is some fault in it. Then what this Maya will do, use that as a loophole, comes inside, and then it will cause difficulties for us. You can see this one. That's why there should not be any loopholes in that. So now do we understand where the independence come from? Now the dependent independence, you can say, but not forceful. See, this is a thing. It is not forced, but we have minute, we can use it properly or improperly. It will become very clear later. Now, the second question asked is, when our mentality of that I am the master, I am the enjoyer will go away. Bhokta Abhiman. So, when it will go away? It will go away when we have this identification that I am the servant of the Lord. Where is if I do not identify that I am the servant of the Lord, and then in our heart this Vaishnavi Pratishtha, Vaishnavi identification, ego. I am a Vaishnavi. It says Vaishnavi because we are all Vaishnavis. Okay. So we are all servant. Actually, in Sanskrit, servant in English is both maybe male, female, right? Is it not? But in Sanskrit, it's not like that. Both. So the you can identify Vaishnavi. So as long as we are thinking this whole world is our enjoying, meant for enjoyment, then we cannot see Ishavasya, Lord's control over that. In that case, oh, I'm the master, I'm the controller. Then it enters our intelligence. Then we have this durbuddhi, bad intelligence, that I'm the enjoyer, I'm the controller. So how it can go away? Only divya jnana, transcendental knowledge. Now this is the problem in Christianity. Last time we were telling, last week. Right? Christianity accepts Lord is transcendent. Oh, he's transcendent. He's an old man. He's looking from above. So, but he's not in any other objects. He's not immanent part. You understand immanent part? Immanent meaning he is everywhere, every kana, in the atom, between the atom. He is sarvavyapi, he is all around, right? He is everywhere. That part they are missing it. They accept transcendent part. Whereas in Sanatana Dharma, we accept in the Bhagavad Dharma, Vaishnava Dharma, we accept is not only transcendent, is also immanent, same time. That's why we cannot abuse. We say otherwise, overall, you can have all dominion over all that can be. All everything is meant for enjoyment. See, that's where thing comes up. So now one time, there are two things. Suppose one time question, I was asking in a priest or some Christian, sir, do you think God will be present in slaughterhouse? No. You will see blood flowing, animal dragging and suffering. He will not witness all this. This is what. Sir, he's in the bathroom. Oh, messy. So, see what I'm saying? One time, there was one sadhu, actually in our Sampradaya, Vyasatirtha. I think I might have told you this. He made a test for all his disciples. He gave banana to everybody. He told them, go and eat where no one is watching you. That was it. So everybody went here and there, and then they came back. And then there was one boy who was having banana in his hand. He could not eat, he did not eat it. So where did he eat? I went into a cave where I saw nobody is watching, so I ate it. Like that. This boy, they asked, why didn't you eat it? Oh, Gurudev, wherever I go, he's looking at me. He's in my heart. He's in everywhere. He's witnessing everything. I cannot do anything without, without his saying, he's everywhere. All the time he's looking. I cannot. See? Same way, if we realize that that we are accountable, we will be audited one day. We will be responsible for my acts. Good and bad. You see, God, I cannot escape that audit. You understand? If that gets into our mind, think how we will, abuse or do anything bad. That means forgetfulness of the Lord. If you are really remembering, he is watching, he is taking note, then we cannot abuse or we cannot do wrong thing. So this is the difference. That's why dominion or all that can be, it doesn't mean, not that dominion. Dominion meaning what? If you are so you are a dominion over your children also, your wife, family. Are you going to eat them too? See, this is a duplicity, That's why it's incompleteness. It's incomplete dharma, incomplete system, it's not harmonious. So, self-centered, you can say. You have to include. That's why this, actually, prayer to the Lord Balaram is there. Very beautiful. Maybe I'll send it that to that. In Vedanta Sutra, one prayer to the Balaram is there. Namami Padau Baladeva Deva Tava Prapanno Hamativa Dinaha Rupakarai Vedamatim Tamome Nirasya Vidyotaya Shuddha Buddhim. Shuddha Buddhim. So what it is we are praying to Baladev, Balaram. Akhanda Guru Tattva. Oh Deva, oh Sri Baladev Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. I am very fallen. I am surrendering unto you by your mercy, by the ray of your mercy. Let my Veda Buddhi, meaning separating intelligence, separation. What is that separation? This whole world is separate from Paramatma. That difference, intelligence, differentiate, and that is what it is, that Veda Buddhi, that separate, seeing separate now, from, this material world separate from this, Paramatma, is what Ajnana Andhakar is the ignorance, darkness of ignorance. Darkness of ignorance is what? Seeing separation. Let that go far away and let a pure intelligence, let it, take place. Let it be visible in me. This is what we are praying to Balaram. So through Balaram, Guru comes that, not seeing this, See, if I say this hand is different from this hand, you understand. Both are. So these 5 fingers, they are together. So like that, so this is what the immanent and transcendent. Understand? Immanent and transcendent, both same, true at the same time. And that's why it's part of him, not, connected with him. So that's why we want to engage everything in this service. Everything meant for his service. See, this is the whole thing. In Ishavasya Upanishad, it clearly says that. We'll go back to Ishavasya Upanishad. This one. It says, Ishavashyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tyaktena bundita magudaha kasya vidhanam. Ishopanishad. Upanishad, Upanishad. Near Upa. Nishad. Supreme Lord. So, near that knowledge, complete knowledge. So, in that, there are more than 1,100 Upanishads. Essence of all the Vedas. And that's the Isha Upanishad. What it says is, whole Brahmanda, whole creation, it is related with the Shakti, is the energy of the Lord. So, in all the vastu, in all the objects. Huh? Chit Shakti Sambandha Shankarne. If we see connection with the Supreme Lord, transcendental Shakti, then we will not engage in this, aversion to the Lord. When we are averse, we want to enjoy. You see, this is the thing. When I am aversion to the Lord, I want to be enjoying. When I am inclined, I am in the service mode. See, this is the thing. Huh? So, when we are in the servicing mode, then for the maintenance of this body, we need certain things. Okay. So we accept that in the form of what? As a prasada, as a mercy of the Lord for maintenance of this body. So whatever is essential. So by this, then we will not fall down, other pattern. But we will progress. We will start, in a chid, our incline towards the Lord, relationship will grow. That is the name is Mahaprasad. The name of Mahaprasad is what? Prasada Mahaprasada. But we are in the Jayodam is saying that it is. I'm very sad to say that that we do not have Vishwas, faith in the Mahaprasad, like this. So, and then we should not be interested in anyone's wealth. We have to see that is all, everything it belongs to the Lord. Everything it belongs. So we should not have this, acquiring and all. You'll be satisfied and, peace of mind, no tension, all these things will come. So, so next question is, then another question is asking, why does depending on the Lord, completely dependence on the Lord, why it is not happening? All knowing all this, why, why I do not feel that I am completely dependent on the Lord? Where is the problem? So the answer is telling, Bhakti Siddhanta, as long as we depend on our power, then self-dependence. Oh, I'm okay, I'm okay. I don't need anything. I'm okay. I can manage, see this kind of thing. Then if we have that mentality, till then we will not surrender at the lotus feet of the Lord. Oh, I can manage, I can do myself, I don't need, So like that, we will not be surrendering. So the surrender, till surrender happens, then we are depending on the ascending order. I can go up and up and up and up, then down, up and down, ascending order. we will go in that ascending order. No, for the ascending order, we give importance. When we understand, when we experience it, my strength is limited, is actually fit for nothing. I have no strength. My strength is useless. My false ego has no place. And then all my activity is all waste. My self activities, right? All my trials, my all my what do you call, all the trials and my efforts, my efforts are all useless. If you understand, all my efforts are useless, my falsity has no place, and my strength is nothing, right? In these three things, then we accept descending process. Then in our heart, something happens that we have taken shelter of the Lord. That get revealed. So then we would like to associate with devotees, all that listening. Then only we get answer to all our issues, all the problems, issues, all the answers will come. Then we will depend on the Supreme Lord completely. So we can now say this is the thing. All our problem comes because we are not thinking that we are depending on the Lord. We are thinking I'm independent. Oh, I don't need him. Okay. So many problems. You solve one problem, 10 more will pop up, right? Unending, problem. So this is the thing. Now, who is Bhagavan? Now, who is the Supreme Lord? Right? Answer is Bhagavan, Supreme Lord is Adokshaja Vastu, meaning he is an object which is beyond our senses. Beyond our senses. He is beyond, our senses. Godhead is he who has reserved the absolute right of not being exposed to present human senses. He has an absolute right that he will not be revealed to the present human senses. For that he will say Bhagavan. Lord. So that means he is beyond this Bhogonmukha, meaning inclined to sense gratification. If you are inclined, he is not visible. He is not. And he has kept that thing in his hand. He will not reveal to, because he says you are feeling good, happy by enjoying, taking all these objects of this world. Don't be happy. So, like this. Now, how did Jiva become conditioned? This is the question. See, there are some little differences what we are talking. How did, the question is asked, how did we got bound? How did we got imprisoned? How we got conditioned? See, the jiva, the free will. Swatantrata, desire, okay? Independent desire, okay? Independent meaning not that I can desire, you can desire independently. This is very important. free will, meaning I'm desiring, that is free. When we misuse that desire to that independent desire, right? Misuse that independent desire, then we get condition, independent desire. Now, then the next question is asked. If that is the case, what the Bhagavad Gita is telling, Ishvaraha sarvabhutana hridayeshu arjuna tishtati. Brahmayan sarvabhutani antarurani maya. Meaning, Krishna is there in the Paramatma root, right? In the soul, super soul, in everyone's heart. And everything is moving like a machine. Yantra. That means everybody is under the control of the Lord, right? Then where is the so-called independence of the jiva? If he is moving according to the will of the Lord, you understand? Paramatma. Where is the independence? Swatantra, where is the independent desire? See, this is the question. Now, the answer, Bhakti Samsara, is actually telling, this shloka is actually answering that. Of course, he is the controller. Vishnu is the controller of all the living entities. Now, what the jiva does, this karma, the activities, accordingly the Lord gives it the fruit. So, jiva is hetukarta, Bhagavan is prayojakarta. Meaning, jiva can desire, and Lord is the one who fulfills that desire. I can desire independently, but I cannot fulfill that. Whether it is, in line with the Lord or other thing. Whatever you desire, you will fulfill. That's what Isha was saying. This is where we were saying, say, Iti Prayojakarta. You will provide the ingredients. It's like, suppose there is for anything to happen, there must be two causes. One is what you call ingredient cause, and another is the efficient cause. Upadana karana, nimitta karana. Ingredient cause, and I've given an example. Suppose you want to make a mud pot. Mud maker must be there, right? Mud maker, right? Must be. And also ingredient must be there. Mud, water, right? All that. That machine makes it, right? All that is the ingredient cause. If mud maker is there, but it doesn't have any material, it is not going to happen. But if all the material is there, if the maker, mud maker, pot maker, rather. If pot maker is not there, pot is not going to happen. Right? So both should be there. The mud, the instrument, and the pot maker. You understand? Two reasons. So one is the ingredient cause, one is the efficient cause. Efficient cause is that person. Ingredient is the material. Right? So same way in this one, we desire, but who is going to fulfill that desire? That is what Prayojakarta, Lord. Then suppose if I say I'm the doer, all right, you doer, and God gives you, arranges you the fruit according to that work. Then, so we have to enjoy or suffer that fruit. Then also we become implied in the future connected activities with that. See, suppose if I do something good, I have to enjoy the good part of it. In that enjoying, I do something wrong. I will also responsible for that. You get it? So that. Huh? That's why the Lord is the giver of the fruit for our activities, and the living entity is the enjoyer of those activities. Then this question is asked. What the swatantrata or the good behavior or a bad behavior? Jiva has independence, independence, right? It can be bad behavior that might lead to bad behavior or a good behavior, right? Yeah, we can desire to become bad or to become good, right? Now that prerana, inspiration, where does it come from? You understand? Is God is going to give us the inspiration. Oh, I can desire to do bad things, or God is going to give inspiration that I desire to do good things. Right? Is the question. Now the answer is saying, if Lord is going to give that inspiration, then everything will be in this. He will give the inspiration to service. Then we will never forget Krishna. Right? So that means that inspiration is not coming from the Lord. So that's where the independent is. You understand? You can choose to desire to be, devotee or non-devotee. That is our independence. Once you choose, that's it. If you choose to become devotee, that is a proper use of that independence. If you desire to do, go opposite, not do, then it is improper use. That's when we get implicated in the karma, our own path. Then see, there is one more question is, then if everything is happening according to the desire of the Lord, then everything is Lord's mercy. Then how did this Siddhanta came about? Then it says, when a living entity, is going through this, right? Oh, I'm enjoying this. Then a time will come, he's suffering enough, Then he says, oh, I want to, I want to have, leave from this world, okay, right? You're working, right? You get tired of the work, then you want to take a leave, right? So when you want to take a leave from this world, when we get, like we qualified for that leave, then this thinking will come that I cannot find fault in the Lord, So, and why that fault will come? Because I'm the lack of service mode. So if I accept that whatever problems comes in the living in the service as a mercy of the Lord, then I will be more inclined to do service. Oh, no, it's coming from the Lord. No, good or bad, I am accepting, moving. So, it's again related to what we are talking. Then, then the other question is asking, suppose, we sin, right? The people, we do some sinful activities. Now, can we consider that also the mercy of the Lord? You can say, oh, I sinned because Lord inspired me. Or, Lord, He is, that is His mercy. I'm doing, no. The answer is no. Now, why did He keep? The question comes, why did He keep the mentality, or the nature of sinning, doing bad thing in us? Why did Lord put that? To test. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada is telling, to test us. To test us, He has kept in there. Now, why? Say, for example, in India, when the child is about 6 months, something like that, 3 months, 6 months, they, in the naming ceremony, they put items in front of the baby. Bhagavatam, Mridanga, some dollar or some rupees, right? And some items for playing, right? So many items to test the taste of the baby, to which is going to put his hand. So, if you put hand onto the Bhagavad Gita, he is a devotee. Or Mridanga, he is, sing, bhajaniya, like that. So, to test the taste of the baby, the parents keep all those items, right? So, same way, the most merciful Lord, He has kept all these things. Now, sometimes the father hugs the son or a daughter, right? And sometimes he takes a stake and then hits them, right? Is it not? Now, suppose when the father eats or the mother eats the baby or son or daughter, you think that is mercy or it is considered as or punishment? It can be considered as a punishment or a mercy? See, this is what is actually mercy, but we are thinking, oh, she's punishing me. See, another example is doctor, right? There's a little wound or something swollen. You go to the doctor. What happens? Doctor will take a knife and he cuts it. We'll have a little pain, right? The pain is there because of the swollen thing. Some pus is there, collected there. You have to cut it, open it, and then clean it, and then put some antibiotic or something, and then bandage, and then gradually it heals. Then you start relief, right? But to become relief from that pain, doctor has to cut it. That is, looks like, oh, he's taking a knife, he's cutting me. You understand? The pain. So that pain, if you mistake as a punishment, is it right? Same way, the father or mother hitting for what? For his betterment. He may not understand at that time. So same way, Lord is putting all these, difficulties to test whether we really love him or not. So he is examining our really, where is our love? you know, love is in him or in the object of this world, right? This is the thing. So, so in this world, he has provided so many objects. We get attracted. Maya Bazaar, right? Understand Bazaar? It's like a supermarket, right? Supermarket, so many items, attracting. Some things we take, something we choose, this, that. We do something good, something bad with that. So, same way, in this world, we do sometime, good thing, something bad, and also sometimes we get attracted to Buddhism, nihilism. No, God is not there. Everything is shunya, right? Everything is shunya meaning what? Nothing, nothingness, vacuum, void, right? What is that? Or sometimes you say, oh no, everybody is Bhagavan, Brahman, I'm Brahma, Shankara. So, with all these things, Lord is saying, no auspiciousness is going to happen. We have tried this, tried that. Only thing only when one will feel auspiciousness is that when we hear these stories, Bhagavan from a devotees, then auspicious can happen. So now Lord will not mess with that minute independence, that desiring independence of the jiva. Okay, he will never tamper with that because that is the Chetana Dharma, conscious dharma. Suppose if it does, then it becomes a nirdaya. He has no compassion. So, but he will do what he will provide is, if we do proper utilize or improper utilize, he's giving the knowledge of what will happen, the consequences. That's why Bhagavatam tells you so many stories, right? And in the life history of all the Vaishnavas, difficulty they go through, this and that. All this is bringing out to bring this to our attention. Look, if you go this way, this is what. If you go this way, this is what is happening. He is giving that knowledge. But it is up to us to choose, desire. We cannot do, we desire all our life. I want to desire, I want to become a devotee. That's why these three prayers. Oh Lord, I do not know whether I will remember you or not. Right? When my last breath goes out, when you go out, please make me remember you. That's our desire. Desire is, oh Lord, please make me remember, because I'm helpless. I may not remember. See, that's the thing. If you keep doing that desire, you will fulfill that desire. Okay. Then also when we wake up, now, oh Lord, let all the activities be service unto you. If I forget it, please remind me. This is a desire. If I forget it, please remind me. That's a desire. Okay. Then in everything, I see only you. Third prayer, right? And that's what it is. That's what the prayer we pray to the Lord Balram. Now give me a pure intelligence of seeing connection with everything with you. Right? Paramatma comes from Balaram. So this is the you understand. So, so that's why when we do that, we do only that activity, then where there will be service to the Lord. And which is not connected with the Lord, we will not do it. See, that understanding. So then the final question, actually, not the, in this today, later on we'll take up our question. Then if it is all this is true and all that, why we are engaging in other activities? We are, Hare Krishna. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಈಗ 2ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಏಕಾದಶಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ? ಹಾ, ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಓಕೆ. So the question is, why we are engaging in all other activities? Why we are deeply involved in activities? Why is that? The answer is given. Our fortune is broken, right? In other words, we are misfortune. Our fortune is broken. That's why we are giving up the service to the Lord and we are immersed in other activities. The service to the Lord is one and only duty. This is immovable truth. If that gets into our intelligence, that is not getting into our intelligence. This is the thing. Service to the Lord is only highest truth. That is not getting into our head and to our intelligence. So that's why instead of service to the Lord, we are engaging in other activities. Other activities we are thinking that is the best. So when we do again and again sadhu sangha, again and again, then this forgetfulness will go away. So because we are away, aversion to the Lord, we are more, we are immersed in the Maya. Like for example, given is like a fish. To catch fish, what this fisherman will do? He will take a little, right? What do you call this thing? And then put little bit, something that fish likes to eat, right? Is the bite or something they call it. Fish goes for to eat the bite, and then what happens? He gets caught. So in this way, the Maya has given all these objects, and if you go to enjoy that, we get hurt and then we get caught. So that's why, and also we engage in like ladies, daughter, son, husband, wife, all this. For their enjoyment, we are working hard, right? And we are wasting our very important time for that. We are, so much sweat is coming out of our head and our body to fulfill others' desires, right? An example is given, like you put on a mango tree, then we buy so many things. So the fruit of that we may not get it. We may not enjoy that. We may not get it. For somebody else, it's our, So this is why we are engaging all these activities. No, service to the Lord. Now, meaning if we are trying to fulfill the senses of sense gratification of others, it's a waste of time. No? That's why I was giving an example. Suppose someone is drowning. You want to jump inside that water. Suppose in the water, in the river or swimming pool, someone is dry. What do? You go and jump, and then he is going to hold on you with fear, right? He has a lot of fear. He's going to lose this body or die. That fear is there. So he's going to hold on something. But what happens? He does not understand. He's holding it, and both will be drowned. So if you want to save him, you have to save yourself first. You have to get out. You should not be in the water, right? Because that is not the right medium. And then you should have something to throw. That means if you want to save somebody in the Maya, deep in the Maya, right? He cannot be in Maya first, right? You have to be away from Maya. Then you have to throw something, devotional service. They should be able to catch that. And then you can pull the come out. Ekadasi, devotional chanting, all this. Is that thing, right? So, then you can save them. Otherwise, no, I will also be in Maya. I will save them by being in Maya. That is never going to happen, right? So, but actually, if you do that, what Lord is telling is, He will save you, at least if you become a Kanishta Vaishnava. Kanishta Bhakta, Madhyama and Uttama, right? Meaning what? The lowest, middle, and the highest, right? Or even a lowest Bhakta, your 7 generations will be saved, not just you or your immediate family. Previous 7 generations, so kind. Now, one question came. I can understand the present father. What about my forefathers, grandfathers, grandfathers? How do I know? First of all, you never met them. Right? You might have heard about them, but Lord never forgets it. You understand? Lord never forgets it. So He knows who you were, and then He will save them. Suppose, see, this is the thing I'm keep telling. Okay, we try to remember this. Forgetfulness, how important it is. How it is the mercy of the Lord. No, but greatest mercy of the Lord. Try to. Suppose if I ask you a question, 1 year ago, same day, same time, what we were doing? Do you remember? 1 month ago, 1 year, 1 week ago, even yesterday it will be difficult. What about last 10 years? We'll forget it, difficult. Now, suppose, and the other way around, suppose Lord gives you all remembrance, everything, till simple baby, or you think if you remember everything, you can sit quiet. Can you listen to this Harikatha class? Oh, that happened, this happened, this happened. What about previous lives? Oh, I was at the, somebody hit me. You understand? You go crazy, you will have a heart attack or you will have brainstorm. I mean, you will not live hardly even a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Really, think about it. We cannot handle. Of course, it gives someone who can handle it. That is a different question, But normally we cannot handle. That's why forgetfulness, Krishna. He understands. He cannot handle. That's why he remembers who your parents and grandparents and all that. And we have faith in him. This is the thing. He has told Prahlad Maharaj. And, must be true, and Lord will not go, you know. So he's very, very merciful. And that's why, you know, we cannot subsist, survive without mercy of the Lord, even for a second. If we understand that, then that thing will enter into our mind. Oh, the biggest thing is, you know, always be connected with Him. Understand? That's what is Bhakti Yoga. Yoga meaning to yoke with, right? Connection. Always with Bhakti Yoga. Then you do other things, you know, then, you know, you will be all right. First, primary, foremost is Bhakti Yoga. Be connected. Then other things, you know, you'll be all right. You know, you'll be stable. But if you downgrade Bhakti Yoga, then you will be miserable. It becomes incomplete. It becomes, you know, incompatible, and so many problems. So now, do you have questions? List of questions. The list of questions we have to go through. Wow. Now, are there parallel universes, and if it is possible to get glimpses of it through dreams, visions? There are. So now, I think, see, if you read, like, for example, like Einstein, not really Einstein, but books related about him, like, you know, universes and billions and billions of universes. I forgot who was telling, right? So if that is the case, I think they're all bogus, you know, because first of all, of course, Bhagavatam talks about fifth canto, you know, universes is there. There are 14 planets, you know, these are all true, okay? Actually, there is true. Milky Way galaxy, you know, we call it as Akash Ganga, you know, different things. But the speed of light, billions and billions of light away, that is all actually misnomer, you know. I'm totally convinced about it. Like, for example, moon, they say it's closer to the earth than the sun, right? But Bhagavatam says the other way around. Is far away, ahead of, and is actually 10 times bigger, or no, twice the bigger, twice the bigger. Moon is twice bigger than the sun and is away, right? And now one question is to me is, moonlight is cooling, is it not? Sunlight is heating. Suppose now it is winter time in the East Coast, you know, so much snow must be there, or, you know, I don't know, snow has started or not. Now, when the sun is coming out, you can see reflection from the snow or ice is also heating, is it not? So, what is their answer for the moonlight? Moonlight is cooling. Oh, moon is not independent, is getting light reflected of the sunlight. Now, you understand what I'm saying is, the moonlight, what is their explanation? It is actually sunlight, reflected sunlight. Now, you have freedom, right? Free source of lot of sunlight. You do anything to the sunlight, you think it's going to become cooling? Answer is no. No matter what you do, it will not lose its heating. Now, then how do you explain the cooling of this moonlight? So, see, the problem is there. So these parallel universes, if you are thinking like that, say Arjuna, for example, he went to all the lokas. See, in the Mahabharata is there. In Dwarka it happened. What happened was, Dwarka, he went there, and there was a Brahmin who was thinking is when babies are born, they are disappearing. They are gone. And he's asking help, Then Krishna is not responding somehow. And then Brahmana is, oh, because of something bad, my children are. Then Arjuna did not tolerate. Well, wait a minute, I will come and I will guard so that when the baby is born, it will be no one can touch the baby. So he went to the Brahmana's house. Then his wife is about to deliver the baby. So what Arjuna did, he made a big, like a enclosure that no one can enter, right? Yeah, that power. It is arrows, completely covered. So in the middle of the night, the baby cried, and then baby got died. Then what Arjuna did was he is given a vow that if he fails to protect it, he will jump into the fire. So then he became like a meditation, right? Meditation. He went to all the 14 planets. He traveled around looking for that baby, missing. He could not find it because that's all he could do through his, he went and searched everywhere, 14 planets. And then he came down, and then he wanted to jump into the fire. He made a fire. Then Krishna came and pulled him. Hey, why you want to give up your life? What is the problem? Oh, Krishna, this is what happened. I gave my word to protect. I could not. The baby is missing. Then I went searched all these 14 planets. I could not find him. Oh, that's so. Okay, come. So Krishna takes him in his chariot. The description is there. Then he's traveling all these 14 planetary systems. Krishna, in his chariot. And then he's through the covering of the universe. Very dark, right? These 8 layers are there. And then Sudarshan Chakra, goes through that layer. And then he takes to the, Vishnu Loka there. And then Vishnu is telling, oh, I'm glad to see you, Naranarayan. I'm glad to see you. And here are the babies, So you can take them. Just to have your darshan, I made this, So then he takes all those babies and comes back, then gives to them. So this thing, this pastime is there, So it is really scientific. See, I wish one day maybe someone will write a book or it gives him all these evidences. Right? What the Bhagavatam is talking is actually 1000% true. Okay, you understand? Now these scientists, they talk about this, that there's only mental action, like ascending process. You get it? Ascending process. Up and down, up and down. They will prove something, and next time they'll come and say it is wrong. This is what is going on. Look at the research. Really, incompleteness, So, see, one thing I will tell you, like I was telling you, suppose there is a problem, suppose one dimension, take a one dimension, right? Vehicle is going. I might have told you, vehicle is coming. One dimension vehicle, right? What happens? Now both are clashed. Now how to solve this problem? One dimension, not possible, impossible. You have to go 2 dimensions. maybe on a sheet, right? He can go like this, and then avoid the, this eating, right? On 2 dimension. 2 dimension also has a problem. It can create in 3 dimension, right? Higher dimension. So the problems of the same level cannot be solved on the same level. You have to go on higher. That's why all these problems cannot be solved in a spiritual platform. You have to go. See, I will give you an example. Okay, where is the fallacy? Sarvatra Sarvada. You understand what is Sarvatra Sarvada? One who is everywhere all the time. Lord is everywhere all the time. Sarvavyapi, he says. Now, what is the proof for that? I will give you proof. Now, do we give same address to 2 houses anywhere in the world? 10, 10. Maybe, of course, 10 maybe, number 10 maybe there's so many, but whatever complete address, number 10, so much a drive or a lane, city, you understand? Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, no, impossible, right? There has to be, address has to be unique. Otherwise, what will happen? Postman will come and looks at same address. What I will do? I'll put it there. Then he replaces. Then another postman comes. He puts it there. More confusion, right? More unstable. You understand? So same way, if imagine 2 people give in the bank giving same account number for 2 different people. One will be very happy. Other one will be crying, right? So same way, there are no 2 electrons and same quantum state within an atom. You take there are so many electrons within an atom, right? That's why oxygen, nitrogen, different. Now they say there are 2 electrons will not have in the same quantum state, same energy level, within an atom. Now there must be enforcement. Suppose you are working for IBM. Don't you think there is the enforcement of the dress code, or maybe somebody else? Police, doctor, right? Enforcement is there. That's why he wears certain dress. Now, same way, there is the enforcement in assigning the address. Suppose I build a house. Oh, this number suits me. Can I put that? No. I have to follow certain higher authority and then. Same way, vehicle registration vehicle. So within an atom, there must be enforcement. Okay. Now, who is enforcing within an atom? Hey, you cannot have in the same level. You have to be in different levels. Is it not? And all the atom at all time, at all places in the world, who can it be? There must be someone who must be present all the time, all the places. Only he can do this. And who is that? Supreme Lord, Paramatma. That's why you say he's in the atom, between the atom. He's enforcing all that. They have to listening, they have to command this. Now, this is the thing, the science accept, hey, must be different. But how it is enforced, no, they don't talk about it. Now, this is the fallacy there. Understand? Biggest fallacy. So, same way this universal. Like other day we were talking about dreams. Now, who is actually making us? Do we have independence to dream? No, he is actually giving me that dreams, right? He's the one who is showing us. And he's the one who is showing in our right eye. What we are seeing now is also not we, He is showing us. That's why we are seeing. So we cannot exist apart from him. Why? So much. So now, how could a disciple cultivate a more intimate relationship with Guru so that there will be more surrender, faith, and possessiveness for Sri Guru and the divine power? So we have to chatra, becoming disciple. Chatra meaning one who accepts the discipline. Disciple, discipline. You see the difference, the connection? One who accepts the discipline to become disciple. So we have to accept discipline. Discipline meaning what? We cannot be independent. So we have to follow Ekadasi. We have to follow, our priority. We have to change our priority. Before we were priority, material priorities, whatever. Now it is the our priority is spiritual. That we want to make like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu order. First, you make your life successful, and then preach. This is my order. So first we have to be successful. We have to follow the regulations. Upadeshamrita, Manasiksha, basic things. And then accept Mahaprasad. So these things, regulative principles. We have to follow regulative principles. And then progress in bhakti, So if we are progressing in bhakti, then the Guru will be very happy. What does he want? Is your well-wisher. Even if you, our Gurudev is saying that, you might give up for Guru, but I will not give up. I cannot give up. So even if you done little service, goes away. Actually, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati one time crying. This devotee went to see, he was not there. Then he inquired about him, where he has gone, and then finally they traced him, and then they brought him, and he was so happy, Why he left? Why? So, spiritual concern. So one must be very fortunate to have person who cares about you. See, in the material world, who cares? As long as you're fulfilling their senses, oh, mommy is great, daddy is great, daughter is great, son is great, like that. Some little inconvenience, this and that, problem. Nah. So then you become like this. Mother's Day, Father's Day, then one time, this was a joke, okay? What it is I cannot help but these two elderly ladies are talking. How come, what did you do? Your grandchildren came to see you. You know what I did? I sent them a fat check, fat check, meaning she wrote a lot of money, $100, $1,000, whatever, right? As a gift to them. And I intentionally did not sign the check. So it was mailed again, Father's Day, Mother's Day, like that. And they all came to see what, so that she will sign the check. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So we should not be like that. See, spiritually, actually, Jaiva Dharma actually says, Sat Shishya, ideal disciple is much rarer than ideal guru. This is what it says. But you should not become illusioned or, oh, wait a minute, not like that. It's a process. We are in the first, UKG, LKG, and kindergarten, upper kindergarten, lower kindergarten, then gradually getting up. So our gradually is the process going up. And it depends on so many things. But still, the Guru never gives them up. Is concerned, is even well-wisher. So, any other questions? So we will end here. Already time. Okay, we'll take up this. Is it possible that Guru or Paramatma said this will happen, but actually did not happen in the end? Then does it mean it is actually our mind speaking to us? And Guru and Paramatma could never be wrong. Or whatever said is correct according to circumstances back then. The result will be different. See, see, both is right, okay? See, it depends on the situation. What Guru says, Paramatma, never can go wrong. But it doesn't mean that it is going to happen immediately. You see what I'm saying? It is Swami Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. You should go to the West and preach. He got when he was almost 20 years old, 22 years. Then when he went, he was almost 65. He was trying. So it did not happen. Then one time, it happened in our Sampradaya. One lady, this our, Ishwar Puri, Madhavendra Puri, Lakshmipati Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, Brahmanya Tirtha. Brahmanya Tirtha, our parampara. When he was staying in a banyan tree below, meditation, doing his Gayatri, noontime, right? Then a lady came crying and he paid obeisances to her. And before she got up, he blessed him. Putro Bhavatu. He blessed that lady. You have a child, you will have a child, you will become. Then she started crying. Oh, Swami, I came to take permission to die because my husband is dead. I want to jump into the fire along with him. That's why I need a permission from a great soul, Guru, Acharya. That's why I came. Now, wait a minute. He has blessed her. He will be a mother, will have a child. But she is telling, husband is dead. See what I'm saying? What happened? Oh, is that so? Then he took his pot of water, He went, take me. Then other people, oh, you should not come near a dead person. No, all right. So what he did is he took water, then he did mantras, right? Mrityunjaya mantra or Garuda mantra. And then The person woke up, started sitting. Then, she's telling, then the sadhu is telling, suppose if a son is going to be born with you, no, please give it to the mata, to the mutt, right? To the ashram. Now he was dead. Imagine this person. Person was dead. Now he got up by the mercy of this acharya. And he's telling he will have a baby born. And please give that to ashram. Now he's thinking he's going like this, like this. He was dead, but he's already attached. Son is not yet born. He's already attached to his son. Oh, he's going to be born. How I'm going to part with him to the mat? Acharya understood this. And then Acharya said, oh, that's okay. One condition. If your son is who is going to be born, if he's born outside your house, give it to us. If he's born inside your house, you keep it with him. Keep it with you. Then they agreed. Because they will say, we will guarantee that she will be born, baby will be born inside the house, right? It's easy. So he agreed for the proposal. Then they went away, right? Then the wife became pregnant, and what has happened? One delivery time came, and one day of Dwadasi day, right? Ekadasi, Dwadasi. They are all following Ekadasi. And they're all sitting for Paran, right? And she is serving. But what has happened? Meantime, everybody is sitting. A cow came outside the house, grazing, right? So she said, wait a minute, why should I disturb all these people? They are taking prasadam, honoring. I will go and chase the cow away. So she went chasing the cow, and the cow is moving away. And what happened? Time came for the giving birth to a baby. So she's forced to give baby outside. Then our Acharya, our Guru Parampara, Brahmana Tirtha knew this, and he sent a disciple with a plate. The baby was born, baby did not even touch the ground. He took in a plate. According to the word, he carried that. He blessed them. You will have another baby, don't worry. Don't worry. And that baby was brought up by Brahmana Tirtha now. He never drank milk from his mother, from saligram, bathing the saligram, milk, right? That milk he was grew up. And that is called his Vyasa Tirtha, our, Vyasa Tirtha, then Lakshmipati Tirtha, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri. See, Madhavendra Puri was grand, guru, was born like that outside and brought up with grace. Such a amazing our acharyas of the time, each one. So, so it depends. Actually, we should not worry, in a sense. Sometimes, see, there was one incident that happened, you might say. One sadhu was there. Sadhu was telling, he was peaceful. And one person came to him, looking at sadhu, you are always peaceful. What is the secret? Then the sadhu told him, secret, okay. I will tell you one thing. In 1 week, he will die. You are going to give up your life. Death is going to happen in 1 week. So this person became serious because sadhu has told it will come true. Oh, he went inside and then he declared, oh, I will live only 1 more week. I will not live further. Sadhu has told, he's very good, So then he's changing his lifestyle. He's thinking, wait a minute, only 1 week I will live, what to do? So he started whatever unsolved problems, right? He started working with the relation. Or there was a neighbor. He said he was never happy with them, always complaining. Da, 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 da. He said, went there, sir, please forgive me. I will live only one more week. I don't want to carry enmity, with you. Please forgive me. I've done something. Oh, don't worry, I will tell you. So, like that, he solved all these relations problem, right? All these things. Then he started feeling lighter, better, started sleeping. Then 1 week passed by, he did not die. So he came to the sadhu again. Oh, sadhu, he said, I will live only 1 week, but how come I'm still living? But how do you feel now? Oh, very good. I'm peaceful now. See, he heard what I'm saying? Guru said he will live only 1 week. But then what happened? The disciple, he changed his lifestyle. Then actually he was dead to this world. Both are true in this case. You understand? He is living, but he is not living. His word is came true. But in how? He is no longer concerned with this world. He is peaceful, happy. So is he living or dead? He is dead to this world. That's why he's happy. Get it? So like that, we have to understand, depending upon the things. It takes a while to understand Guru's instruction. May not immediately. I can recall with my last word he spoke. It took me, I did not understand that. It took me a long time to understand that. But what a loaded thing it said. So, all goes to Gurudev. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo. We'll continue next time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.